When men emotionally commit, you gotta slow roll it and be a little sensitive to that because emotions are a man's blind spot. His heart, long-term commitment, is his underbelly. That's his protected asset, right? Just like your body is your protected asset. So, should we do a rant? We're gonna do a rant. Why not? Let's talk about random observations from the day or the past couple days, whatever it is, about me and women and you and your love life and me talking to the love of my life. We'll try to sneak that in there later. So anyway, let's talk about a few things. One thing. Let's start with, that girl asked me about that. So if a guy is not romantically interested in you up front, right, at the beginning, let's say we were friends for some time and then we started to give it a shot, especially if you guys dated other people while knowing of each other's existence, that is a low self-esteem relation. Largely, it's probably coming out of loneliness. For women, it's coming out of comfort. For men, it's coming out of physical starvation, that he's like, okay, maybe I'll just sleep with her. And he conflates it as emotional attachment. You don't want that, right? Nobody really at their core wants to be in a love story where it's like those movies where the girl gets a makeover and suddenly the Chad notices her, right? Like, oh, now you're beautiful, now you're worthy. And in a lot of those movies, they just let it fly. And I'm like, imagine how debilitating that is to a girl's self-esteem. The equivalent would be almost like a Count of Monte Cristo or something like that, or like Wuthering Heights. The guy suddenly becomes wealthy and then the girl takes him seriously, right? Actually, Aladdin is a good solution to that, right? She likes him even when he's poor. Now, the real truth is this. That's a silly way to look at it at the same time, right? When people talk about this taxi light theory, right? When a guy is ready, he'll choose the first girl that gets into the taxi with him, right? When the light is on. That is not true. That is a cope, right? Who's that chick who talks about it online? And you could just tell she'd be such a nightmare to date. It's fine. We don't have to talk about her. But that's not the truth, right? If you are severely overweight and then you become very attractive, yeah, more men are going to give you attention because you're offering more, okay? You're healthier, right? If a man is broke, living in a basement, and then suddenly he's making $1 million, yeah, more women are going to like him. That's smart, okay? So sure, if there's a material version of change in your value, of course, yes. But a lot of these stories that I hear from women, it's men who are already sustained in your life. So they're friends with you. It doesn't exist between men and women, right? If men have a working body, if they like your values, men will sleep with women they're not even into emotionally if they think they're hot, right? Not even if they think they're hot. Most men don't even have physical access. Men will just sleep. Most men will sleep with a lot of different types of women, right? But if he also likes your personality as a friend, he won't sleep with you. That's the majority of the cases. Sometimes the case is that the woman would be willing to date the man and the man's like, But if a man is sustaining his connection,